Okay.
William St. John, 162, the Eastern Lane, 99 Saturn, 4-door, by color, one airplane. Go ahead.
6675, James Union 1, Eastern Lane, 94 Red Ship, 1 pickup, 2 plates for evidence, then officer Paris to 15 and 0543 hours.
Like any other night, that night he was sitting back kicking and sipping some Bud Lights, stressed out from the week, just trying to unwind. Only God knows why he decided to drive to the liquor store, but he done it before, just a couple blocks north, and left on 4th. But this time he made the turn and he failed to stop and nailed the brake hard, using the crosswalk. He slammed on the brake, stunned and started to shake. He opened the door, blood stains splattered the paint. The man was in pain, he looked him right in the face, but it was too late, he was slipping away. In that moment of silence, when he closed his eyelids, was cut short by the sharp sound of the sirens. How could this happen? Lights flashing around him, squeezing the man's hand, that's how they found him. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Not too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Grandpa, Grandma, Joe and Atlanta, Mom, Dad, and Chad all packed the van up and hit the open road. They were headed for the cabin. Little did they know that would never happen. Jason and Stacy were drunk up their faces, headed in the opposite way on Highway 6, smoking reefer, sipping cans of brewski, swerving, speeding, and acting goofy. Jay dropped his joint on the floor and looked down, swerved out and hit the family's bed out. He came to in a hospital bed with police all around and his rights were read. Jason was arrested, the only survivor. The rest died from impact, wreckage, and fire. 8 lives lost from a stupid decision. Guilt-ridden Jay now lives in a prison. Not too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Not too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down.
Copy 667 58 Union 1, East 94 Red City, Colorado. Pick up 2 plates for evidence and officer Paris 1015 543. Your range number is going to be 850.
Next time you're drunk and you pick up the keys, I hope you take a second to remember this beat. If you don't and you drive and somebody does die, I warned you, fair and square, don't be surprised. I know you think you're tough on the liquor and stuff, but it's too late when you wake up, crippled and hunched. My friend stuck in the chair, you can't tell me it's fair. He can't even speak, so his message I share. It's a breath of fresh air to know some of you care. I'm clearing the air, so take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you ready to stand up to anyone, anywhere, planning to drive drunk? All I can ask is that you follow this task before another mother has to cry, hollow, and gasp. All because you had to suck a couple bottles back and drive away. Now she'll never get a daughter back. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Not too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. 911!
Number Harvey Losses Garcia was booked for DUI 98.
Alright, what's up, you guys? I'm making this video because last night when I got done going live, I was playing, music, Spanish music. I went to my room and my scanner, I listened to my scanner, you can, it's an app, anybody can download it. So it's not illegal, it's, so anyways, I went to my room and I was listening to my scanner and we were going to get back on last night. But when I was hearing what was going on my scanner, it was crazy. My scanner was going off. And, there was some people racing, and I'm not going to say what county or what, because, I listen to various different counties and stuff. So anyways, they're calling for air. They were calling for units and all that. So I'm listening. They were just going to pretty much break up where the race was at, the races. And instead of just breaking it up and forcing everybody out, because of what was seen, they started pulling a gang of cars over. And I kid you not, they wound up having a lot of DUIs. And the crazy thing is, yesterday morning, they had a juvenile. They got him for a DUI, and he had no license. Um, the other day, right down, not too far from where I'm at, there was a 3-car accident, and they said that I'm not going to say the color of the car, not like that, out of respect, even though this person was drunk. Uh, but the witnesses said they smell alcohol coming from the car. They wanted to find the car, they wanted to find the person, and it was a DUI felony. And DUIs ain't no joke. DUIs, like me. For those who's watching this video for the first time, if you go back and you watch, so I'm gonna play my 911 call, but you go back and play my 911 dispatch. I think is what my daughter called it. Post not too long ago. There's videos of me suffering my pickup truck. There's pictures of me, and it was edited and it was recorded. It was uploaded straight from my wife. Edited it and uploaded it, but it was uploaded straight from the laptop. So this is more clear. But she edited it. She cut out a lot of stuff. Cut out a lot of the what I was playing here in the middle of the song. Is part of my call, my dispatch, not mine, but the morning of my situation. But I wasn't gonna make this video, but when I heard all the DUIs arrests that happened yesterday and the last couple of days, it's been a lot. But yesterday just blew my mind how many DUIs just from this one incident. And so I was talking to a good friend of mine yesterday, and I was like, hey, you know what? Because they were out, the family, they were out, and it's, you got to be careful. Well, I was my daughter was out with her cousin, and they were out, and I called her, so you guys got to be careful. So as I was talking to her and I was telling her what was going on, she was like, oh shit, there's a car on the wrong side of the freeway. And this during the time my scanner was going off with a bunch of DUIs. And she said, all the cars are pulling over, and there's there's cops behind it. And come to find out through the scanner, it was a DUI, a felony DUI. And then when I was talking to her, she goes, you hear everybody in the car? Look at the car in front of us. Look at the car in front of us. And I guess he or whoever was in the car in front, I keep saying he, but it could have been anybody. But I think they did say that it was a guy driving. It was swerving hella bad, almost sideswiped one of the cars. Well, just so happened there was a cop right behind them. Guess watching her because her windows are blacked out. So the cop went around her and pulled that person over instantly. And just unfortunate events when it comes to drinking and driving. Like in my case, you're watching this for the first time, you go check out DUI Crash a Day That Changed My Life Forever on my channel. Also check out the 911 Dispatch. The day, I'm not sure what she named it, but she just posted. Brandon, do you remember what you named it? No. Yeah, she named it No, I don't know what she named it. You don't remember what you named it? No. Well, see if you can look it up real fast, and I'll tell you guys right now. So what I want to do is I want to play. I was lucky enough to get a reenactment of my dispatch the morning when I was hit by a drunk driver. I was on my way to work. It was on a Tuesday morning. It was about 4:50 on a Tuesday morning. My main way to work was this person's back road to where this person was going to. And I got, luckily, I got a reenactment of my 911 call. And what they did was I'm appreciated of it, and I'm using it now. If you go back, as soon as I get the name, I'm walking up when I do my speeches to the video. And So it's more clear when it's uploaded directly, which you can tell the difference when I play it because my wife put it on as an MP3 for I can play it on my board and my controller. So, huh? Okay, so my daughter named it DUI 911 Dispatch the day they changed my life. If you go back, we would just posted last Sunday, a couple Sundays ago. And so that's the name of the video when we get off right here. It's called DUI 911 Dispatch the day they changed my life. That's what she named it. So, I was on my way to work and, everything I say is the truth. It's the truth, from what my surgeons told me from when I was in the hospital. So it literally took 32 pints of blood just to stabilize me for surgery and 52 pints of blood in total. So honestly, I'm probably related to whoever's watching this. I'm related to a hell of people now. I know that's not the way it works, but I got to make the best of my situation. So, it's just I literally died 3 times on the way to the hospital. There was no doctor in that hospital that thought I was going to live. Medically, I am literally a medical miracle. So when I say this, when I talk about it, there's nothing that I talk about that I over exaggerate. I may under exaggerate it, but there's nothing I talk about when I over exaggerate it. I mean, there's nothing I over exaggerate at all because it's all facts and it's all the truth. So luckily, they reenacted my 911 call for me, where I can use it for what I'm doing, and now I can use it for classes that I speak at and stuff like that. But I want to go ahead and play it. There's a lot of static sound since it was converted for I can play on here on my controller, my DJ controller. So it's not as clear if I was playing it straight from the laptop. When you look back on that video, DUI 901 dispatch, the day it changed my life, you can tell it's more clear. But on that, it's not the full 911 dispatch because it was edited and shortened down to 3 minutes. For I can play it, when I go walk up to my speeches and stuff while I'm walking from point A to the stage. But I want to play the full thing right now. But on here, it sounds staticky. A lot of things you can't understand. But I'm glad they reenacted for me because they took out details. They took out the fact that the other individual was refusing. They took out the fact they had to get a warrant. And they want to testing this other person 3 hours later at the hospital. They took out this other person's real name and the other people, that was in the person's car. They took out, so they took out a lot of details, which I'm so glad. And they changed the person's name. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. But since they have my permission, they use my name, my pickup, my license plate number and all that, which unfortunately, my pickup needs a lot of work. If you look back on the video, you see pictures of my pickup. And so I'm going to go ahead and play this right now. And the reason why I'm doing this, I'm always, a big, try to, let me make sure I'm at. Okay, so I'm always, raising awareness of drinking and driving because I was hit by a drunk driver. Now, I want to be honest with you. I want to be truthful with you guys. I say this on my speeches. For one, I never mentioned this other person, the other people that was in the car. Never, ever, ever, because. But something I always do say in my speeches is that I don't consider myself a victim. Being a victim is when you get picked out of a crowd, when you personally, somebody, hey, you know what? Go get that person. In this case, I found a statistics back in 2018 of a DUI statistic, but I don't consider myself a victim. I consider myself more of a leader. I'm a leader, not a victim. That's the way I look at it. And I'm making the best of what I'm doing. It's all about accepting what you got. So I'm making a positive. I'm turning my negative into other people's positive. And I'm trying to help prevent people from from being a statistic on both sides of the fence. I'm trying to get people not to drink or drive and try this way, help save other lives, because the ripple effect it's just not you. You don't know who you're going to run into. You don't know. But it's a ripple effect for whoever you do run into, especially if they just happen to die. In my case, I was supposed to, but medically, I was supposed to, but I'm here. Instead of being a memory, I'm making new memories. But I want to go ahead and play this dispatch real fast, and then I'll talk a little bit more afterwards. I'm gonna replay that song I just played. That song is meaningful. It's not a good song. It doesn't hit. It's not a song that's it's sick. But the message in the song, I know like my kids don't like that song because what it says, and it affects them more on a personal note. So I'm gonna go ahead and play my dispatch for you guys can hear it. If you go back and listen to the dispatch, DUI 911 dispatch, the day it changed my life, you can hear it more clear, but it's edited and it cuts off a lot of the spaces. It cuts off, it's edited down to 3 minutes, and it has pictures of me, a couple of videos of me. So, but I'm gonna play the original reenactment of my 911 the morning of. This way, you guys can hear it. And here it goes.
4841, request 1183.
4841, go ahead.
4841, possible head on CC, Carpenter between Haft and Whitmore.
4873, and Rock will call back in again. 4841, copy. Route.
4841, request.
41, go ahead.
4841, First County, the SO 97, a fire still in route. 3 parties are pinned in one vehicle and 1 pinned in the other. Both lanes are 1125.
Percent 4841, show us 97, start 2, 785.
See, when uploaded,
Percent 4873.
when uploaded directly,
48S3, go ahead.
all the static and stuff's not in it.
Percent 22, forward for page about 8, internal, the fact that ever, for 95.
48S3 is 139 Tito for 2 evidence codes.
Percent 4873, 48L has been notified, and all requesting 20 units.
48S3, copy, 48L was notified, and you're requesting 2 additional units.
48S3.
S3, go ahead.
Go ahead and check with County Road to see if there's people now, if they see if they
10-4. Great, S3, 10-4.
Yeah, 48, 41, 180.
41, go ahead.
6 William John 162 to keep towing 99 batter 4-door white 1 for big for evidence. Second 180.
Copy, 6 William Clean John 162 to e-towing 99 Saturn 4-door, white in color, 1 rear plate for evidence. Go ahead.
6675 8 Union 1 to keep towing 94 red Chevy Silverado pickup 2 plates for evidence. And Officer Camaras M15 at 0 by 43 hours. Can I get a frame number?
Copy, 66758 Union 1 to e-tow 94 red Chevy Silverado pickup, 2 plates for evidence, and Officer Camaras 1015 at 543. Your frame number is going to be 850.
Step 4. Percent 48S3, County Road 97.
Copy, County Road 97. S3, copy, County Road 97.
Be advised 48 and 1 to be following the left hand 5 yard.
Copy, count 1 to be following the toes to the yard.
48, that's 3.
48S3, go ahead.
Yeah, there's just be advised we have 115, and it's going to be 1180 traffic light.
It's 10-4, copy. You have 1 to 15 to be 1180. Forty-eight, 41 information.
4841, go ahead.
4841, we have Memorial landline advising their party is likely it's going to 44.
Now, I pause it for a second. Likely it's going to 44. I'm not sure what 44 means in the code wise, but a lot of these codes I do know because I'm always listening to Scanner. 44 is the first time I heard it, but I don't know if they changed that code because I know when they reenactment, there's some things they changed. So I don't know what that code is 44, but what I do know, or they in that county because they used a different county to reenactment. Like I said, the only thing they use all the facts from the paperwork. They use everything's true on this scanner, but they did leave out details and change details of the other people in the other car. But they use my truth. Well, the whole thing is the facts, it's true. But the hospital said most likely to know 44. Now I know this for a fact because I was told, and mind you, it took fire department 45 minutes for the jaws alive to get me out of my pickup. But anyways, I do remember this. They told me that when they got the report back from the hospital, this way they were to know how they were going to be charge the other person in the other car. The hospital, and they say it was rare. It's very rare. They never actually heard it like that. But with the hospital report, usually the hospital reports, they're in critical condition, touch and go, or but in this case, they had told them that patient will not survive. That's exactly what the hospital says. So in that code, I'm not sure that's what it means, but just a little sample of what's going on. And here goes the rest.
They have a possible ID of loss of rust, first of Manuel, middle of Alberto, 723 of 76. They're inquiring if we have confirmed an ID and if we have any contact info for the family.
Forty-eight, 41, negative information on the family. Yes, I'll call before. Percent 48, 41, 10, 15 info.
48, 41, go ahead.
1015, last of Garcia. The charges are going to be 23152 A and B, 14606 BC. The hospital will call prior to her release.
41, 10-4.
48 S3.
48, S3, go ahead.
S3 provided, last 48 ESP with 1015 and beginning miles of 59128.
48 S3, copy providing with 48 CFC with a 1015 X-ray, beginning miles of 59128. Your time is going to be 1109.
S3, please advise CSP they will need a wheelchair and help her bring her in.
48 S3, Merced, it was 1039 at CFC.
Set 48 S3.
48 S3, go ahead.
Set S3, ending miles 59135.
Copy your ending mileage of 59135 at 1128.
Percent 48 S3.
48 S3, go ahead.
S3, Ari Garcia, has been booked and I need.
10-4, copy loss of Garcia was booked for DUI 98.
So that's my 911 dispatch from when I was hit by a drunk driver. And yeah, so there's a lot to it. I've never fully told from there was a time I got on live and we spoke about it, and my wife told her side of the stories. My kids don't talk about it. They get PST PTSD from it real bad. They get anxiety from it real bad, and there's so much. There's sometimes when I go somewhere, I go to my doctor's appointment. They get they worry a lot. And there's a lot of ripple effects and aftermath. That follows it. That follows drinking and driving, and it's just crazy because a lot of times when I listen to scanners, sometimes it's accidents, and I don't know that it's a DUI. But the next day or a couple of days later, oh look it, and I'll get red. I was like, I heard that on the scanner, and couldn't find out it was caused because of a DUI driver. And there's a lot of times where, because I know a lot of the codes, they'll just come out, they'll say the codes, and they won't say DUI. But there is a lot of times they flat out say DUI 98 or DUI, and it was caused, there's alcohol, there's a lot of more details, but I don't know the full outcome. I just hear it from the dispatch standpoint of it and the communications. So, but last night honestly blew my mind because last couple of days I heard a lot. There was quite a few accidents, and honestly, they're not really accidents because it could be prevented. Somebody's selfish acts. They want to get behind the wheel. Under the influence, can cause a lot of major damages, and unfortunately, it can even cause them to be behind locked doors. It can cause them being even worse. It can cause them to die. I've known cases that people killed their own family members, and people killed. And it's a sad thing to say it, how to say it, but just no other way to say it. There's well a lot of them, but where they even killed infant babies. There was one that they killed twins. They were twins, and I think want to say they're like 3 or 4 months old, plus a mom and dad and a sister. Just too many unfortunate events. And there was one case, a matter of fact, there's one case where the person was 2 blocks down to where he wanted to go. And, he never made it back to where he left from. And unfortunately, I want to say they were like literally like a block from their house, something like that. And unfortunately, that family never ever made it home. That's why when you listen to my videos or you listen to my live, at the end, I always say, make sure you tell your loved ones you love them before you leave your house because you're not guaranteed to make it home. And unfortunately, that's the truth. That's the truth. And that's why, I'm always expressing that. That's why I'm always pushing that because it's true. You're not guaranteed to make it from point A to point B. And especially when you're, when somebody's drinking and driving, they're not even guaranteed to make it down the street. There's somebody that I know personally before my incident was literally about 5 houses down from his house. And instead of walking home, which he had a brand new car, instead of walking home, he decided to get in his car and drive home. And unfortunately, he totaled out his car 5 houses down. He totaled out his car. Luckily, the light post was in the way, and he didn't go into a house because that would have been 10 times worse. But luckily, there was nobody injured. But still, it just goes to shows you're not guaranteed, to make it from point A to point B, no matter how close. You can drive drunk 1,000 times, but it only takes that one time. So you know, in a case when there's an incident, I call it an incident because it's not an accident. You know, somebody's selfish decision to get behind the wheel intoxicated is not an accident. It could have been prevented. So I just want to make this quick little video because last night was outrageous amount of DUIs, outrageous amount of DUIs, and not only that there were a lot of DUIs, but they were racing. Imagine the outcomes that if you know if it wasn't reported and the officers didn't go and break it up. Imagine what some of these outcomes would have became. It would have been all bad. You know, it would have been all bad. And I don't know. I didn't, hear anything about this morning, but there might have been. There might have been a lot worse. I don't know. You know, I'm just going off from what I heard on my scanner last night after I got off live. And to me, honestly, it reaches my soul. It reaches my heart. And speaking of that, if NIINA, I got read a comment that she put on my. So go back if you guys are watching this. Go back and watch the video. The video DUI 911 dispatch, the day it changed my life, and read the comments. There's a lady that commented it, and it just touched my soul. It literally touched my soul, especially because of another situation that I have a family member going through. That it's just wow. What she had commented is powerful. So go back and read her comment. Reply to her. Because it's touching. It's real touching, and I haven't been able to respond yet because I need somebody to respond for me. They were able to read the comment, but everything's been so hectic and busy lately. So I haven't been able to have anybody comment for me. So go back and read her comment. Watch that video. It's only about 3 minutes long, 3 minutes, 12 seconds, something like that long. And watch it, comment. But it just goes to shows a lot of people got lucky last night. There's no other way to put it. And I don't wish anybody getting arrested. I don't wish, I hope if you are drinking and driving, I do hope and pray that you do make it safely to where you're going. If not, what happened last night? What happened last night, a lot of people got arrested because of DUI driving. Now, I don't know if they were the ones driving the car to race but I do know they got arrested and they got saved. They got saved for something that could have been 20, 30, 40 times worse. So they got to be grateful and feel blessed that they did get pulled over. They did get arrested because they're not guaranteed to make it home. They could have killed themselves or killed somebody else or been in a bad accident, be behind bars for killing somebody. Even killing one of their own family members for that case, because there is a lot of incidents that happened. It's just so much. They were saved last night in so many different ways they don't even realize it. The only thing they're thinking is like, "Fuck, I got a DUI, man." But can't think that way when you get a DUI because you got to think as I got lucky. I got lucky that I didn't hurt somebody. I didn't hurt myself. I didn't hurt a family member. I'm not behind bars for something stupid. That's just a flat out fact. That's just plain and simply a flat out fact. Like in my case, I'm completely blind now, amputated. I got multiple surgeries still yet to come. I've been through multiple surgeries. My face, my whole left side of my body is full of, I can't pronounce the words anymore because the way my jaw sits a little sideways, but full of hardware and dead people's bones. It's an unfortunate way to put it, but it's true. And so much literally medically I'm supposed to be just a memory. That's what I'm supposed to be. But I sit here now making these videos and talking to people to raise awareness and making new memories. Instead of being just a memory, I'm making new memories. And that's just a fact. Medically, that's a fact. But honestly, I got saved. I got saved from my Heavenly Father I can do what I'm doing now, making new memories with my family. Just unfortunately, my family has a lot of PDT. How do you say it again? PH. Yeah. But I'm here. I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm making a positive out of it. You know, I can't sit here and be stuck in my own sorrow, being the fact that I can't change it. Hey, if you can't change it, make the best, accept it, and make the best of what you do got. You know, that's the only way we can live our short life happy. You know, the best way we can. You know, there's always struggles. There's always shit going on in life, but we got to make the best of what we do got. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short, you guys. I'm gonna finish off with this. Matter of fact, let me do this real fast.
48, 41.
Yeah, I lost my spot. It's all right though. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off with this song. And before I do, you guys make sure you tell your loved ones you love them before you leave your house, because you're not guaranteed to make it back. Trust me, I know this personally because I wasn't supposed to make it back at all. Luckily, I did make it back, but it took me a while to make it back. And be a blessing. Stay blessed. And hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. And be safe out there. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. And watch out for drunk drivers out there, because it's not a joke. It's not a game. So, all right, you guys. Make sure you tell your loved ones you love them before you leave your house, because you're not guaranteed to make it back. Be blessing. Stay blessed. I'm out, you guys.
48, 41, 83.
48, 41, go ahead.
48, 41. Also have only the carpenter between Thompson and Whitmore.
It was just like any other night that night. He was sitting back, kicking and sipping some Bud Lights, stressed out from the week, just trying to unwind. Only God knows why he decided to drive to the liquor store, but he done it before, just a couple blocks north, and he left on 4th. But this time he made the turn and he failed to stop and nailed the grandpa using the crosswalk. He slammed on the brake, stunned and started to shake. He opened the door, blood stains splattered the paint. The man was in pain, he looked him right in the face, but it was too late, he was slipping away. In that moment of silence, when he closed his eyelids, was cut short by the sharp sound of the sirens. How could this happen? Lights flashing around him, squeezing the man's hand, that's how they found him. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Grandpa, Grandma, Joe in Atlanta, Mom, Dad, and Chad all packed the van up and hit the open road. They were headed for the cabin. Little did they know that would never happen. Jason and Stacy were drunk up their faces, headed in the opposite way on Highway 6, smoking reefer, sipping cans of brewski, swerving, speeding, and acting goofy. Jay dropped his joint on the floor and looked down, swerved out and hit the family's bed down. He came to in a hospital bed with police all around and his rights were read. Jason was arrested, the only survivor. The rest died from impact, wreckage, and fire. 8 lives lost from a stupid decision. Guilt-ridden Jay now lives in a prison. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down.
48,
48, 3, go ahead. Temporary loss of start to be able to look for DUI.
Next time you're drunk and you pick up the keys, I hope you take a second to remember this beat. If you don't, then you drive and somebody does die. I warned you, fair and square, don't be surprised. I know you think you're tough on the liquor and stuff, but it's too late when you wake up, crippled and hunched. My friend stuck in the chair, you can't tell me it's fair. He can't even speak, so his message I share. It's a breath of fresh air to know some of you care. I'm clearing the air, so take a good look in the mirror and ask yourself, are you ready to stand up to anyone, anywhere, planning to drive drunk? All I can ask is that you follow this task before another mother has to cry, holler, and gasp. Cause you had to suck a couple bottles back and drive away. Now she'll never get a daughter back. Too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. It's not too late yet, you better get the message before you end up dead. Are you ready for heaven? All you gotta do is put the keys down. I can hear him scream now, put the damn keys down. 911!
For Harvey Lasseter, Garcia was booked for DUI suspended